In July of 2014, I was living a really happy Facebook life. On the outside, things looked awesome. And on the inside, it was pretty unfulfilled and lonely. I had gone through one of those terrible breakups. You know, these ones that leave you lying on the couch, binge watching Netflix and eating all of your feelings? Okay, so you've been there, good. It was one of those, and I was in a really bad headspace. And I called my best friend, who lived in Arizona, one day, and was giving her the business, just telling her what's up. And she asked me, if you're in such a rough spot, what if you just said yes to everything for 30 days? Okay, so you have these friends, right? These people who ask you to do crazy things, and then you have the friends who actually go ahead and do it. With 4 whole seconds of consideration, I was in. Challenge accepted. So I started saying yes. I said yes to a new diet. I got a new haircut. I went on a $1,000 shopping spree. It was on. Like, I was on fire. Let's do this. Yes, yes, yes. Do this. New class, new conference. I'm doing it. Felt awesome. And it turns out, when you start saying yes to everything, a thing happens. You start saying yes to yourself. Like, I was in this horrible spot, and now I was starting to like myself again. Weird. All right, so we're on to something. I'm creating a life that I love and a self that I love. Good so far, I like that. Shit got really real when I said yes to 2 foreign exchange students living in my house with me for 2 weeks. This is an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old from China here for 2 weeks to live in my house alone with me. Hi. There was another guy who showed up around that time. He had been asking me to go out with him as friends for a while, and I kept declining, but then I was in the yes, right? 8 months later, the guy is my fiance, my soulmate, my best friend. It's good, right? Yes, we've done it. So we arrive here, fairy tale ending unlocked. Yes, it's happened, right? I've got it. Everything's perfect. Every rom-com I've ever watched, this is the ending. Yeah. So now what? It's like 3 more minutes left. What? What? Truth. The truth is, I live with anxiety and depression. And that time that I mentioned earlier, that happens. That happens, that low. It took me 13 hours of crying, 2 panic attacks, many sleepless nights, and 2 years to get up here and talk to you guys for 5 minutes. More truth. The truth is, that low that I mentioned, it happens. It happens more than I care to admit or acknowledge. It happens more than the people who know me best realize. There's a battle raging up there in that brain, and it comes with a lot of self-hatred and self-doubt. And so then what? Then we get to the things that I said no to during those 30 days, because that's what everyone wants to know. If you're going to say yes to everything, what's your boundary? What's your no? The thing that I said no to was, despite that anxiety and depression, I wasn't going to live alone anymore. I wasn't going to live alone in that depression, in that scary, lonely place by myself. So here's what I learned in 30 days. In 30 days, I learned that 30 days doesn't matter. It's not 30 days that all that matters. It's what you do every day that matters. And saying yes every day matters. 30 days of yes was just a tool. It was just a tool to get me started. It was just a tool to get me on the success momentum I needed for living the life that I really wanted. Another friend asked me recently, why this talk? Why do you need to do this? Why do you have to get up there? And what do you have to tell these people? Why does it matter? It matters because we don't have to be alone. No matter what brand our crazy is, and no matter what kind of crazy scarlet letter we think that we're living with, from anxiety to depression to some other crazy thing that's happened to you, you don't have to be alone. And I want to live in a world like that, where we don't have to be alone, where we get our yes. So my invitation is this: tell your story. And if you want some help, I will go with you. Reach out and find your yes. And know this: the proof that I will stay with you no matter what is that I went first.